Here is the reason I believe nice guys finish last. It has nothing to do with being chivalrous, opening the door for a woman. It has nothing to do with giving them back massages.
What the hell are you doing?
But what it has to actually do with is men that don't know what they want. Men that don't know where they want to go. They don't have a spine.
Fatality.
They don't have a backbone. That is really why nice guys finish last. It's not because they're actually nice guys. You know, being a nice guy is an actual good quality. But when you're not able to stand your ground and know what you have and know how you have values and know your worth and know your boundaries, really what it is, if you don't have any boundaries, that's why nice guys finish last. If you are a pushover, that's why nice guys finish last. It has nothing to do with the other things. So if you want to have somebody in your life, you know, if you want to not finish last by that, you know, that saying, then you have to know where you want to go. You have to know who you are. You have to establish boundaries. You can't have people walk over you. And that's the typical nice guy finish last. I used to be a nice guy. I used to think that women wanted this certain thing and wanted that, and I used to mold and shift myself into whatever they wanted to be, into whatever I thought they wanted me to be. That's the nice guy. Don't do that. You will always finish last. You will always get your heart broken because you're molding. You're not actually being an identity. You're being a ditto that just transforms into whatever the hell the person wants.
Ditto, a transformed Pokemon. It is able to rearrange the cells of its body and assume any form. Its only attack is transform.
So listen to this message. Know that the nice guy only finishes last, not because he's actually nice, but because he's a pushover. He's a people pleaser. Do not be a people pleaser. It's okay to piss people off. It's okay to argue or disagree with your partner or your future partners. It is necessary. It is necessary to establish boundaries, because if you're not able to do that, then you're not going to establish boundaries. And that's how people continue to walk over you if you are in that description. So don't get walked over. Stand your ground.
You shall not pass!
Know your worth. Know where you stand on things. Know your identity. Know who you are as an individual. That is what's desirable. That is what's actually attractive. It's not molding and shifting to whatever they want. It's not being that person that's always there and that shoulder to cry on. It's actually just knowing who you are, knowing your values, knowing your worth, knowing your authenticity. This is why it's so important that we figure out who we are as an authentic person, as an authentic being on this planet, so that we're able to navigate and set the right boundaries. So if someone's crossing those boundaries, or if somebody asks somebody, or if you have a partner that's requesting something that isn't right with you, like for example, you don't drink, and you have a partner that's constantly drinking, wanting you to drink with them, maybe they're not the best person for you. And you shouldn't care about their standards. You shouldn't care about their expectations or how they view you, because they're not right for you. It's okay. But you have to stand your ground. You just have to say, yo, look, I don't drink. It's cool you want to drink over here, but I'm over here doing my thing. I'm living my life. I have my own identity. You either fit into that bubble, you fit into that lane, or you don't. And if you don't, it's no hard feelings. But what we tend to do, and what the nice guy always does, is mold and contort himself into whatever the girl wants them to be. Oh, the girl likes jazz music. All of a sudden now I like jazz music.
Now dig on this.
No. That's not what we're doing here. You have to know who you are. You have to know what you like, what you value. If you don't like country music, and you're trying to just like country to get in this chick's pants, or whatever knowledge is in your head that makes you think that you're going to conform and trick her into liking you or being that, that's how you get your heart broken. That is it. That is why nice guys finish last. That's why that saying actually exists. Because you have to have a backbone. You have to have boundaries. You can't be a people pleaser and you can't be a pushover. You have to know where you stand, or else people aren't going to respect you. If you can't respect yourself, what makes you think somebody else is going to respect you? It's not going to happen, especially a partner, especially some girl you're attracted to. You think she's going to respect you because you do all these nice things and you always go out of your way to please her, even if it's inconvenient to you? No, she's not going to respect that. You have to start setting up boundaries. Yes, and that's okay. It's okay to do nice things for your lady. I do nice things for my wife all the time, but I also have boundaries. I also have standards of where I'm going to be and what I need to have contributed, and that's what it is. I know who I am. And if someone's pushing against my boundaries, I'm going to push back. That's what it's about. Being stable, being firm in where you're at. That's what exudes confidence. That's what women are actually attracted to, is somebody who knows who they are.
I know who I am!
And then if they're not attracted to you still, it's because they're on a different page. They're on a different wavelength than you. They're into different shit. It's okay. But don't be the nice guy that finishes last by going out of your way to be something you're not. It's about being yourself, authentically you, and standing your ground and having good boundaries. Boundaries are important. If you don't have them, no one's going to respect you. And you might have experienced this in the past. I know I have. I've definitely experienced this in the past. As I said, I was the nice guy. I used to transform into whatever I thought they needed, so I could be the perfect boyfriend, right? What that actually did was just make me a joke. Make me, just a thing, an amoeba.
You gotta be kidding.
Of sorts that just wasn't anything, that had no importance, because I didn't give myself importance. I didn't give myself value. I didn't respect myself enough to say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. If that's what you want to do, if you want to go clubbing all the time, I don't need that. So it's like setting up these boundaries rather than just saying, oh, okay, you can go do that. You can go do that. You can go do all this stuff that walks over my boundaries, that walks over my beliefs or values or whatever it is. Because there's going to be women that do that constantly. And if you allow them, they'll walk over all your boundaries. You won't have no boundaries. But what you do to keep an actual woman to not finish last, to actually manifest and stand in your power and actually have a woman or multiple women attracted to you, is just knowing your worth, knowing where you stand on things, knowing who you are. That's the biggest one. Knowing who you are. It's something as simple as that. I know who I am. I don't do this. I don't do that. I don't fuck around with that. I know where I am. I know my lane. You either with that or you're not. And you'll find women are like, oh yeah, I'm with that. Even if they're kind of not in that. That's what really establishes that. Even if they're not into, like, say, country music, you just standing in your power, being you, will attract people to open up to whatever you're into. Open up to who you actually are. And that's all I really want to say. So don't be the nice guy that finishes last. You can actually be nice. That's a really good trait to have. Being nice is not a bad thing. But being the nice guy is a bad thing based off of the parameters I just put in front of you. Stand up for yourself, man. Stand up for yourself. Kings, y'all are kings. Stand up for yourself. Know your worth. Know your value. And you will attract your queen. You will attract the person that fits into that mold of you. It doesn't even have to fit. It's like the missing puzzle piece. Stop trying to flip your pieces and change form to appeal to everyone that walks into your life. That's how you finish last. How you start winning in life and finishing first is by being yourself, being authentic, not budging, standing your ground, being firm on who you are and what you believe and what you value. And watch how people just start to flock and attract to you. Your natural energy, your natural light. Know you are loved. Know you are light. And if you don't know that I know that. And that should mean something. Until next time, I'm out.